Yeah.
My husband.
So GoldenEye, favorite game of all time, GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. You
That's
got me?
Oh, I got you.
GoldenEye.
It's a good one. It's an oldie.
All times.
Yeah.
Not just a good FPS, but a good licensed game.
Like if it were not for GoldenEye, you wouldn't have some of the FPSs you have today. Like the style of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
at least
the strafing and all of that on a console.
Definitely on console, I'd say was the big thing there because GoldenEye was, in my opinion, the first console FPS that was really good that wasn't a port of just a PC FPS.
There you go.
Yeah, it might not have been completely
Doom or
original,
Unreal
but
it wasn't original.
It definitely.
That's
I mean,
James Bond.
But it's a fresh
not a
take.
port. Yeah, it's not a port. It's a console exclusive, and it was the first console exclusive FPS that it was actually good.
Right, and the story was good because you understood
it's James Bond. Yeah, of course,
and the soundtrack is phenomenal.
The soundtrack's phenomenal, and you also had an opportunity to cheat if you wanted to, if you got a little odd job. See, so people would get an odd job and they would cheat.
Odd job, OP, please nerf.
Yeah, you know.
It's just because he's short.
Yeah, Golden Gun. But I'm just saying, it's like we used to play License to Kill, so it was like one hitter quitter anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I guess if I had to pick, I'd probably have to say Raptor.
Raptor's a pretty solid game.
Yeah. That's. I mean, my ringtone is the soundtrack to first.
The problem is though, I played so many. I mean, I know you played a lot of games, but you've seen.
Dude, of the group of us, you've played more games than me and Richard combined.
And in my collection, I own. If you were to sit down and just play game from start to finish nonstop, it'd probably take you 7 straight years.
Wow.
Yeah.
For Raptor?
No, for my entire collection.
Raptor's a fairly short game. It's a top-down shooter, kind of like Gradius or something like that. It's a DOS game. It came out in the early '90s, and it's kind of one of the last of those style of 2D scrolling, aircraft spaceplane shooters, or whatever.
Right.
And it's kind of like the high point of that classic genre. Because after that, it basically died out. So that's as good as it got as far as soundtrack, graphics, features, gameplay mechanics.
See?
Yeah, it definitely explored the entire breadth of what was possible.
And the explosions, man. The explosions.
What's your name again?
Yeah, Raptor did the same thing for like the scrolling shooter genre that Gunstar Heroes and like Alien Soldier did for run and gun games, like Contra and stuff.
Yeah, Contra.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite?
Dirty.
Okay.
All right, Dirty.
If you're on a get, you have to have a favorite.
All eyes on Dirty.
I'm gonna go with
Don't
this.
say Pokemon.
I was
Gotta
not
catch
going to
'em
say
all.
Pokemon.
Okay,
I'm going to keep it in the same genre, though.
I was going to say, you're working on a written feature.
Okay.
I think, I am working on a feature on it.
Fire Emblem.
Definitely.
Golden
I'm
Sun.
going to go. Ooh, Golden Sun is really, really good.
It is.
It's
got a really distinct style.
I've got that cartridge for the GBA, dude. But yeah, now I'm going to go with, I'm feeling Final Fantasy VIII right now. It's an excellent game.
What?
8?
All right, well,
There you go. I'm giving the controversial opinions here.
Hey, John.
Wait, we dropping
John,
two
remember,
bombs?
Dirty's the guy who likes
John.
the shitty Mega Man Battle Network games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
he
He's
likes
got an
the
affinity
Battle
for the Battle Network games.
Yeah.
John Meister. What was Richie's again? Final Fantasy VII?
I don't know.
Is Richie in there?
I think we did like a B-roll where we're...
Richie, what was yours again?
That was Chrono Trigger, actually.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
Okay, so two,
Flipping back and forth between Final Fantasy VII and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII.
Okay,
I
so
said eight.
2 up for Chrono Trigger for sure.
Yeah, who says Final Fantasy VIII is not just their favorite Final Fantasy, but their favorite game?
I like 8, but
It was the first Final
It's got a good
Fantasy
battle
game that
theme,
I
I'll give it
played.
that, but I don't like the School Days aesthetic to it. That was the only kind of gripe I had with that.
See, I kind of like that, but I'm into the
But
whole.
you're
like,
into-
super
you're into the whole
creepy,
anime
like,
thing.
When you start talking about favorite, because then you gotta like really dig into why.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both of those
There's
are
so many
based on
different
when I played them in my
genres.
life. I don't.
I mean,
There's other games that I would probably say are
Better?
maybe. But it's hard though because there are games that are really great at
better and
specific
favorite
things.
doesn't have to be the
Subjective.
same though.
Yeah, I
Better
mean,
is
subjectively
like-
speaking,
yeah.
Chrono Trigger
Some games
because
can be better, but you can have a favorite game that's like is your favorite to play. Like you know what I'm saying? Like better.
Well, Final Fantasy VII I played. I was like 13 or 14 years old.
Yeah.
And I was pretty small and kind of bookish. And in this game, I was a badass that saved the world.
With a giant chef's knife.
Yeah. Plus, I was into fantasy books and everything. I don't know. It was. So, had I played it not in that time of my life, maybe it wouldn't be. but very much because of that, it will probably
It led
always.
you to
It-
cut
it
the
is-
seriously through
I
class.
think the
Ocarina of
yeah.
Time, like that game, I lost actually a whole semester literally.
I like the
I
Zelda
got
series
all-
more
I got
than the
all
Final Fantasy
E's.
series.
I got all E's in one semester because I played that game.
Damn.
I skipped, because it was at the beginning of the semester, I skipped every test, every class, everything for a game.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I know
That's the
exactly
power of
how you
Zelda,
feel. When
man.
Mass Effect 2 came out, yeah, my grades suffered. I was like,
I remember when Mass Effect 1 came out, I'm like, damn, I gotta play this game.
you know, I didn't
Seen
play
it
Mass Effect 1
E307.
until
Don't
like
have a favorite
6
game.
months to a year after it came out.
Mm.
But Mass Effect 2, I got it launch night.
I can't
So,
pick one. There's too many games, man. There's too many genres.
Yeah, I was gonna
Too
say
many times.
even throwing it into a genre, it's
Yeah.
tough. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
like, what's your
on
favorite
one hand,
survival
you'd
horror
almost wanna
game?
say
It's
the
like,
game that you played the most of, but
Yeah.
then it's like, I mean.
and then there's some games that are confused as to what they
But
what they
games
are. Yeah.
Games are fun. That's what makes it hard to pick one. But you
Well,
know
not all
what
games are
game.
fun.
Yeah,
Some
not all-
games are
not-
No, you know what I'm saying. Like the games that are fun. The games that are fun. That means there's a lot of fun games that you could pick as being your favorite. But your favorite has to have something like a deeper connection with you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can't just be like,
That's
oh,
why I
it's
picked
fun.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's tough
Yeah.
between that and Chrono Trigger.
Right.
Yeah,
Probably play Chrono Trigger more.
I was telling him just popping it in and seeing the intro. I mean, the way that game is just framed from the get-go is just incredibly impressive for the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a better game than I actually read this reverse design of Chrono Trigger recently that made it even more impressive, and how just ridiculously balanced and kind of designed airtight that game was.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it as much as I loved it, it didn't come at that perfect time in my life.
Se-
That Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy
the timing of Final Fantasy VII was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody can can deny that. I mean, from a commercial standpoint, it came out at the right time, and when it came out, it changed everything in terms of like the RPG landscape. You know, its viability and its you know,
See?
its
dope.
financial solvence.
I would listen to y'all's
brought
podcast.
RPGs back. You
Do y'all
should.
record? Is it a video podcast?
No,
It's just the audio.
He's just recording this that we can use later on for the
Yeah.
site.
Oh,
No stone left unturned.
Final Fantasy VII is I like more than Final Fantasy VI, but I would say that Final Fantasy VI is a lot more impressive in what it does. It does some pretty cool stuff.
That's a powerful game. Actually, Durrty and I talked about that the other day. 6 is powerful, incredible.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really have much. It doesn't really have a protagonist.
Just you.
It's a sole focus.
Well, I
And
got
a lot of
the
it
game
revolves
really
around
good.
Terra in the first half of the game.
Mhm.
Then the whole second half of the game, it completely derails a lot of the tropes. All of a sudden, there's like you keep going, but the world's pretty much
The world's
destroyed.
ended.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah.
The focus shifts a lot more to Celeste, but also overall, it's more about just like the party itself. Everybody has their like moments in the spotlight and everything. And that I read
Yeah.
a design of that too recently. It was the same.
Yeah,
blog.
you get to see the backstories of all the characters, and you find out that their pasts are as if not more tragic, just as tragic as Terra's. It's pretty, like I said, it's pretty powerful stuff.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, I think goes deeper than Chrono's cool, but it doesn't.
Not Kitty posting dope.
I mean, obviously, it's
That's pretty
it's supposed to be sad in the sense that something destroys the world, but I never felt like it got that deep into emotions or characters.
Yeah,
the way
because
that 6 did, or
I
7.
think the way that Chrono's framed, it's if you look at it, there's a lot of stuff. There are a lot of thematic elements in it that crib from the Christian Bible, actually, both the Old Testament and the New. So obviously, 6 is going for something different, but
Yeah.
even though a lot of those Square RPGs, they focus on the concept of like deicide and stuff, and you know, different deities and stuff like that. But yeah, 6 definitely
Cool.
definitely a
Well,
boss
hey,
game.
I know.
So
How about we
This is,
save the
like,
rest of this
crazy.
awesome discussion for the podcast?
Yeah, I know, this, like,
so
this
we don't
discussion
burn
is,
ourselves
like-
out.
It's like getting like put it
Or
back
else
on
you're
there
gonna
again.
blow your load.
Put
dude.
it back
You're
on there
like, so
again.
John, what
Show
do
the
you
man
think?
who's indecisive, John. Hey, Richie,
You know, if you
what was
like
that-
statistics,
what was that
you
game
need
on
to play
Sega CD called with the
Eve
rats where you
Online.
fly through the subway and shoot
Oh,
rats?
EVE Online's pretty
If you
solid.
like
See,
statistics,
I don't
you
really
need
have
to play
enough
Eve
time to
Online.
really get into those kind of games. Like, if I play a game, like, I'll take, like, a weekend and just play the whole thing until I'm done. so I don't have to worry about it.
So you can't do that with Eve. It's an MMO. The game never ends.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
can. That's why I would.
Y'all like
play
Eve
it.
Online?
No, I'm just saying, I'm smart enough to know not to get involved in Eve because it's one of those MMOs that's notorious for being a life destroyer because of how into it you get. And he was
Yeah.
talking about how he
I
loves
kind of got
statistics.
consumed by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got consumed by the sister product of it, which is Dust
Dust.
514.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's talking about how he likes statistics. And I'm like, if you like statistics, you need to get into Eve because if you really want to, you can be an accountant in the game.
Oh yeah.
Spreadsheet simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
2014.
football manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man, we'll let y'all do y'all's podcast because
All
I know
right.
y'all was,
Yeah.
signing off. Lamar, Leif, Fever,
Cool.
whatever.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty. Dirty.
San Juan.
Toasty!